Hello stock traders, I hope all of you had a fantastic trading day. So far in the month of November, my calls are up around 6.61%, and year to date I am personally at a 203.46% gain. You can have triple digit gains if you have a great trading strategy and track your trades and stay diligent and do not chase stocks. Get in before that big move. Before we get going on this video, if you could do me a favor and please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. I do have a Patreon group, and that basic membership is a great area to go. We have other levels, of course, but that is where I cover my insider swing play and my PDUFA play, and it's only $27 a month, and you will easily pay for that with just one great trade. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Of course, you need to do your own due diligence and be responsible for your own stocks. But in today's video, I am going to give you 3 hot stocks that, in my opinion, now this is just my opinion, I think are really going to move and move heavy. And so you will want to stay till the end of the video, especially to get that number 1 pick. I really like it, and I think it's going to do well. Well, let's recap some of the stocks that we took profits on, or that I took profits on in our Discord group. I want to disclose all of these different stocks that I've talked about in the past that I have taken profits on today. Sold RNR for a 6.62% gain early in the morning. Now that had good news on it, and I sold the news on it. It had a new price target that came out of it, and so it was time to exit that strategy, exit that stock per the strategy. And so also sold WRBY, sold for a 9.70% gain. Sold CWAN, that did not work out. This one for a 3.57% loss. I cut my losses in that one because it has been too many days since insider activity to be significant. It just did not run, and so that's really important. It's really important not only to take profits, but to cut losses and to have a strategy and to stick to it. Sold AESE for a 0.26% gain. All right, let's get into this video. I don't want to waste any of your time. We have so many great stocks to talk about. I have a lot to talk about today and a lot to cover, but let's start off by talking about the SPY. So here we go. Let's take a quick look. You can see we are on this monster run, this wave 1 run that has just been insane. This is very bullish to see this in the market. We had that correction, and then, man, all-time highs. Now, you'll see this yellow line here. That is a gap. And also this 50-day SMA. You can see that when we pull back as part of the market, at least on SPY, we pulled back to that 50-day SMA. You can see, well, we were a little bit above this one here. And then when we had our correction, the confirmation was when we went below that. Then it came up to that 50-day SMA and got rejected and came lower as part of an ABC correction. Now we're on this killer move, and we've been flying in the market. Why I think the market is going to pull back? Well, we have to have a little bit of a pullback. The market's almost at a place where it can't go higher until we have this pullback. Why do I think it's going to pull back here? Well, there's a gap, and it's a small gap, but I think it'll fill. And this is where I think it's going to come down and meet this 50-day SMA. It'll be interesting to see if I'm right. But following the Elliott wave, we have a bullish wave 1, we have a pullback, which is wave 2, and then a very bullish wave 3 that is the longest wave. We have a pullback that's wave 4, wave 5, very bullish, and then typically if we get where the market is too overbought, then we'll have a 3-wave correction or a consolidation of some sort. But you can see how overbought this is. This is really crazy. I mean, 76.82, it has not been at levels like this since April 15th was the last time it was at this type of level. So it is very overheated. It's overbought. I think a natural pullback is what we're looking at. You know, I might be wrong, but anyway, let's get into these 3 stocks that are really hot. This is just my opinion. I really think if you don't have these 3 stocks in your portfolio and you're watching this channel, you may consider it, and I'm going to make a case for each and every one. I've done my research on it, and based upon the strategy that is part of it, I think it's going to fly. And the very first one I'm going to talk about is Bitfarm. Ticker symbol BITF. This is part of my golden strategy. I have a price target on this of $20 a share. I really think it's going to get there, but there's lots of value. Crypto is surging like crazy. BTC, Bitcoin, in my opinion, could go parabolic rather soon. I called this out at $5.98, and it had this huge dip. It went way down, and people were questioning me, and I got lots of questions saying I'm way down. Oh no! And anyway, it's had this. I knew it was going to turn around. It was just a matter of time. They had an offering here where it came down, but now it is going parabolic up. It's at $8.36. I think $20 is where is a good place to take profits. I know it's overheated, but with a stock like this that's dependent on Bitcoin, it's not going to follow rationale. So the company also has reported their hash rate increasing. They had an offering, but they spent more money on increasing their hash rate and doing more facilities to be even more profitable moving forward. It's really crazy, the profitability out of this company, and this is going to be a great move. And I think this is a good stock. Of course, any stock is risky, and it does have the chance it could go down, but I like it for it moving. And the reason is because take a look at Bitcoin. This Bitcoin move has been insane. Look at this move, has just been crazy. All-time high, 67,577. This is really moving up. This has been, it got a little choppy here, definitely with just a lot of regulatory worries and such. But now we've come way up here, and so Bitfarm is looking really, really great. All right, let's go to number 2. And number 2 is FENC Pharma, ticker symbol FENC. This is a PDUFA run-up play. My personal target for this is $13.60. My average in it's $8.74. Since calling this out, it is up 6.50%. Now, they have a PDUFA date on November 27th. The FDA will make a decision upon the drug that they have up for that. Now, this is not the type of strategy where I hold through the decision date. I take advantage of everyone getting excited about the stock and the run up to that date. And this has a very bullish pattern coming up against it. You can see how important this $9.20 level has been. It came up to it, got denied, kind of meandered here, got up to it, denied, didn't get past, came back down, finally broke resistance. Now, this is key, and this is a very bullish sign and a very bullish pattern that you will want to know and pay attention to. So whenever you see this on a stock, it is really, really bullish. And this is exactly what's happening to FENC Pharma. Look how it went up to this level, and then it got denied, but it's coming back down. Look how it's coming back down to that level. That resistance is acting as support. And so I love to buy stock right as it bounces on this support here. This is confirmation that's moving higher. Of course, I got in before that because I know the PDUFA date's coming up. I know that shorts are going to be covering and all of that kind of stuff. And that is just something that just happens on these biopharmas over and over and over again. But we've passed, we come back down, we hit this line. It's now support. Now the next level is to go nutso. And so I'm expecting a really good move on this stock. And I think FENC Pharma is really going to move. And that's why I think it's a hot stock to get into. Of course, I could be wrong, but I like it for a big move. All right, let's go to the absolute top stock that I think is very, very bullish right now. And this is very, very hot. And this is Skills. Ticker symbol SKLZ. Okay, so I know they had an offering, blah, 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 blah. I know. The target on this stock is $18, in my opinion. That's where I think we're heading. My average in it's $11.53. This was originally covered on my Friday short squeeze video. So this was number 2. Actually, if I had that video to do again, I would make this one number 1, but we have some new information that we didn't have before. This is why I want to talk about this stock. Since calling this out, it is up 6.98%. Hopefully all of you got in on Friday. If you haven't, I think there's still a big move coming on this, and so there's still plenty of time. But here's what happened today. there was a Form 4, and the CEO bought up shares from the offering on a future date and spent a lot of money on it. And it was a very significant insider buy of an offering. And so I really, really liked it. I notified all of our members right away when I saw it. A bunch of people jumped in on it who did not get in before. And man, this thing really took a ride right after that. But we have this same pattern. See how we've had this level of resistance and how it was important. And it came down, got kind of opened, kind of came out, ended a little lower. But it bounced off of this support level. And you can see how important this support level was. Came back down, bounced on this support level, then bam, look at this. Now, again, this is what's happening. We've passed support, we're coming down, or we've passed resistance, we're coming down using that support. It's very bullish once it hits that. And then investors and bulls are coming in and buying the dip. We are now above the 50-day SMA. And so the directional SMA line, I think, is extremely important. So I think this is going to be a really big mover. So we have the CEO bought up shares from the offering. And if you'll remember from that Friday video, I talked about how it has a 20.35% short percentage, 2.56 average days to cover now. It was 3.49 at the time of the video. So shorts are starting to panic, and we're starting to see a squeeze. I think we're at the beginning of a squeeze on this. It has a 15.61% borrow fee rate. Why? Because a lot of those short positions today were really buying in and buying back stock because they know they're kind of in trouble and they want to get out. So now the offering has happened. The news is out. The offering's out. Went all the way down 797. Now it's broken resistance, come back down as support, and it's moving upwards. Again, that pattern, this rocket pattern, I think is going to be great. This should be a fantastic mover. And anyway, I like these three, and tell me what you think in the comment section down below. I think all of these should do rather well. And anyway, I wish all of you the best on the stock market as always. And Raythoven out.